Unable to connect.
Yeah, that shouldn't be the case. No, I'll try again now, stream. If I can get a response from that, we'll see.
Fair enough. I'm curious what everyone said before this point. Battlefield
Dude, internet dropped.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, there's no active internet. I'll restart my phone.
Duval says, nothing wrong with a little extra cheddar. I mean that as the highest praise.
Alright, that ding was a Discord. That's no, Bob. You wanted him to have a wrench. How do you feel? 1, I love it. 2, you fought for him.
I have no problem with this.
You went 7 rounds for him.
I have no idea who Rickety Six is.
I know who Rickety's cool.
Okay. Like, close the stream and reopen it, I guess.
Well, no, I think it's open.
Are people hearing us?
It's showing that we're live.
Right. That doesn't mean that we're actually broadcasting, Nathan.
Right, I mean, correct.
Don't forget the time that, like, you and I literally dropped for an hour out of a 2-hour...
Hold on, No Bob is typing.
Oh, No Bomb has opinions.
Let's see what No Bob is saying.
I'm curious.
I still love that image.
Fine. You like it because there's very little of you in it.
There's a lot of me in it.
There's very little of you actually in it, though. It's mostly your shirt.
You guys are live and talking on YouTube. Okay, so we're good.
Okay.
You
open up Discord and make me self-conscious for no good reason.
No Bob did that. You guys are live, we can see here. Okay, I thought so.
Thank you, J-Chip.
We respect J-Chip. We do not respect No Bob.
Let's lock and load, baby.
It's a short pump. Just like you.
Like, the fact you can't pump the entirety of... Like, there's so much room here. There's so much free real estate.
Alright, we got Dan, we got J-Chip, we got No Bob.
Thank God something went wrong, so something could go right.
Alright. What time is it? It's 2:11.
It is... Wait, it's 2:11? Holy shit.
I know. We're that drunk that early.
Well, to be fair, we have been streaming for 5 hours. Funny how that happens.
Well, that's like 2 hours earlier. Alright,
Yeah.
I'm doing the no death run as the orange one.
J-Ship says, the no death run's happening tonight, boys. Controller collection when? You know what? It happens when...
We got a lot of controllers. We have a lot of controllers.
I had opinions. Also, did you plug this into
slot 2?
Port 2 by accident?
No, on purpose.
Oh, did you?
I did it on purpose.
Okay. So I saw a lot of fumbling down there.
The only issue that I'm thinking of is, you played with me. You know how the Space Invaders come from a certain direction?
Yeah.
They would come from a different angle for player 2.
How do you mean?
Like, the green ones are like, hey, we come from here, we take your health, we go. Player 2, they come from here. You'll see.
Like, I remember us briefly playing Battletoads co-op.
And you were awful.
Well, you say that, but I made it to the turbo tunnel by myself. I don't know why you're whining when I say
Because
that.
I'm saying I'm hungry.
Oh, is that what it is?
But yeah, that's what that was.
Because there's legitimately a thing that happened.
It's on the channel.
Yeah, I made it to the turbo tunnel, then I died in the turbo tunnel, and you're like, hey, let's do the co-op feature. And then you're like, oh, wait, I don't like the co-op feature.
I think I meant more, I don't like it with you.
Oh.
No offense, yours bad.
Oh. I see how it is. My poor heart could hardly handle it. And this man insulted me. And when he insulted me, my heart gave out. And that's why I'm suing him.
No, you're not. You know goddamn well I can't afford that.
Well, you can't afford it, but maybe the military?
Yeah. Funny.
I thought so.
It's a beautiful image.
I'm confused. Can they actually see and hear us?
Yes. I got confirmation of that.
Right, but I've not seen any messages in our chat on the stream.
Yeah, it got weird, but I'm being told they can hear it.
Right, but like, why wouldn't they
Let's
message
pause.
the stream?
Because no Bob is in Discord.
Yeah.
This doesn't matter, so we'll close that.
Okay. Like, I just need some reaffirmation.
It's right here. I don't know why these two messages are staying down here. But we're up to date. We're good.
Are we?
We're good.
I feel like...
I tell you what. I'll hang out here. If we can get "we're good" in the chat,
Okay.
let Justin know.
Please, and thank you. As a concerned individual, I worry incessantly. And the last message I'm seeing from the chat
I swear to God, if you say "we're good,"
is literally Nathan asking, active, question mark? And I've seen nothing after that point, and that kind of worries me a little bit.
okay.
I mean, it feels like a natural reaction, right? Because if no one's affirming the fact that they are indeed active to you, that might mean the stream isn't actually running properly. Or if the stream is running properly, that we're not seeing the messages that people are leaving on our stream that might be potentially running optimally. That worries me.
Sure.
It worries me enough to voice my concern. Hence, what I am doing. Now, some people might accuse me of being a gish galloper. Some people might say, like, hey, Justin, you talk a lot, but you don't have a lot to say. And that's fair. But I'm also not noticing any messages in our chat specifically.
If I finish this level and we don't have any chat.
Are you talking about, like, Turbo Tunnel finish this level?
This is level 2. Turbo Tunnel is level 3.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
We also just got Discord.
Well, you say we. It was,
Well, you heard the ding.
I did hear the ding. Doesn't mean it's we.
It's for our channel. It's we.
Well, you see, I'm not sure if you know how Discord works, but I'm stuck in a small corner over
You were
there.
put in timeout. I know.
I was put in perpetual timeout. Okay,
You asked for timeout.
I'm fine with timeout, to be honest with you. That's not Discord.
Stop it.
That's not Discord.
Stop hitting buttons that you don't know what they do.
That is Discord. Refresh your browser. That should refresh the stream chat. Okay. This is not a browser. This is...
Take your fingers off.
Oh. I'm sorry. Have I still insulted you by touching my own computer, Nathan?
Kind of, because you're bad at it.
I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and touch my own mouse while I'm at it.
Cool. Touch your own liquor. Oh, wait.
To get drunk quicker.
No, you're good. I'm actually kind of curious.
Go ahead and right-click the
Go ahead and
option.
shut the fuck up. How about that? Okay.
No, you should
Refresh your chat. It's a beautiful image. Yeah, no, hold on.
Yeah, you know, you should right-click that. Not left click, right click.
Oh, no, I just don't care about you. Okay, these are the people active. If you're watching a chat in Streamlabs, go off a browser. Yeah, no, we're doing that. We're right here.
Well, yeah.
Here, hold on. We'll exit. We'll add. We'll exit.
All you had to okay. All you had to do is refresh.
I'm still watching the TV. We're good.
Vicariously retro?
Fantastic.
How can you be vicariously retro?
He had a new video out today?
It came out right when we started streaming, apparently, because we've been streaming for over 5 hours.
Well, god damn it, we have to watch it. Go watch Vicariously Retro's True Lies Sega Genesis review.
This is masterpiece. Question mark. Exclamation point.
That video is probably better than anything we're fucking doing.
Better is a subjective term. I don't appreciate that. What I think to say is substantial, right? Substantial is a more objective terminology, right? Is his work more substantial than ours?
Oh, 100%.
Most likely, yes. That means better. It's more substantial.
No, I've watched it.
It has more information, most likely, more accurate.
Okay, holy shit. The chat broke, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why I was asking you to go ahead and refresh it.
Which is what I did.
You did.
And then it didn't work, so we did what we did.
But you insulted me during the process, and that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I'll be honest with you. I didn't enjoy that very much. Are you drinking energy drink?
Yeah, I probably need it. Here,
Would you mind changing the chat to my side of the screen?
Yes, because it's broken, so... You know what? Hit reset. We'll start over. We'll do one more run. Mom and Dad are fighting.
We love you. Just not as much as we love each other.
And we hate each other.
You really hit reset on this?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to change the control port?
No.
Okay. Because, like, I hate telling some of bitch, we're like, if you're used to green...
No, it's stupid. I get it.
That's the thing. Like...
Okay. Let me check Discord.
Like, I feel like... What were you in where chat was over on the left side of the screen where I could read more easily?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, he says. Okay, well, I won't worry. You know what? Since you said don't worry about it, all the thoughts have just floated away from my brain. You know what?
Do you want people to like you or not?
No. I've never wanted people to like me. That has never been the goal of anything
I've
done.
You know what my goal is?
What?
Battletoads. They're feeling it tonight. Yeah, no, we're trashed. I tell you what.
Could be more trash, but unfortunately Nathan won't pour the fucking Kentucky bourbon. It's fine.
Well, someone's mad we drank all your shit. Read from here down.
I would love to.
What happened? Check the Discord, please. We're back. Bam, 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 bam. There we are. We're doing one run.
Oh yeah, Rickety6 actually joined our fucking stream.
I like Rickety.
While we couldn't actually respond to what was going on in the chat because we had an issue. Yep. I apologize for that, Rickety. Nobody says what part is confused. I don't have Discord. That's Megadan saying he doesn't have Discord. That's why he's not in our Discord. Which, mind you, Megadan,
don't.
Great. Fantastic.
You made a good call.
You are winning. Keep winning, Megadan, by not having a Discord. Nobody was asking, why are you yellow? Oh, you're player 2. Second player is Zitz. Yes, thank you. J-Ship says, we can see and hear you. Rickety wants to go on to say that we are ghosts in the room with you. That's a funny concept, because the idea of an entity able to watch you with an entity you cannot interact with is essentially what the idea of a ghost really is, and I appreciate that commentary. J-Chip says we're good, but we weren't good.
Yeah.
Noel goes on to say, this is a test message sent at a certain time.
That's a good... Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Justin is so damn hood from Mega Dan.
Yeah, I'll say, if you're hood, that sounds like Dan.
Well, fuck. Says Mega Dan.
Yeah.
We're still fucked up. Rickety Six says, Mom and Dad are fighting. We're not fighting. Trust me.
We were fighting a little bit.
We had a dispute. If we were fighting, we'd be actually hitting each other. Because that has happened more on more than one occasion.
We tend to get violent.
Yeah, that like, we're both men. Like, of course we're gonna, like, physically hit each other. Like, we're not pussies. Sorry, like I realized the build there, and
you did not commit to that bit.
I wanted a payoff, but like I didn't have a good payoff in mind, and then I kind of fucking I phoned it in, and that was kind of inappropriate. But
dude, okay, Dan, Vicariously Retro, the video that got me to sub to him was his, like, I think it's top 10 Sega Genesis games. Like, dude, that guy is sassy as fuck. I love it. He's the guy that got me to fucking buy a $25 copy for CIB Chessmaster.
yeah, that's why I played Chessmaster. Oh, that was Oh no, I watched that video and it was good.
It was so good.
Vicariously Retro had a really good video on Chessmaster. I totally forgot about that.
Dude.
I actually really enjoyed that video. It's only like 6 minutes long.
Dude, I love his ability. Like, I like Vicariously Retro the same reason I like J-Chip's reviews. They get in, they get the fuck out.
And so it's clean, but it's quick and it's dirty, and you appreciate being fucking serviced that well in such a short amount of time.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I can understand that 100%. Yeah, Rickety Six says, this makes me feel like I need to drink to get on their wavelength.
Yes!
We would always encourage some form of substance consumption.
Usually water. We're very healthy.
You know what? We love substances. Water, alcohol, marijuana,
Joanne.
air. Substances.
That's what I call it.
Just generally substances that you come across.
Oh, we are doing one run because you and I are both about to be done.
No, Bob says, Justin undressed 2 hours ago, and ever since then, I've had my wrench back. Hey, bitch. How you doing?
I'm not gonna make it through the turbo tunnel.
Rickety Six says,
You got me laughing too damn hard.
Rickety Six says, no worries, brother. Just got internet back after 3 months. You know what? It's funny because I was talking about like growing up poor.
I was talking about bitches.
No, I was talking about growing up poor, and like one of the things that was really interesting about, for me at least.
Oh, we're doing a real conversation.
Yeah, like,
okay.
Like growing up poor, like in the early days, was like, so I didn't have like a TV that had buttons. I had a knob TV growing up.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, straight up. I had a knob TV growing up, and then when I got to the age where like I was it's been 5th grade. In the first school I did 5th grade. I did 5th grade in 3 different schools.
The first school I went to 5th grade.
Yeah.
I love it.
That would have been Shipley Middle School here in West Virginia, actually, because I was living in Harper's Ferry at the time. And
I thought it was PA.
No. I never lived in PA.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I lived in Maryland. I lived in West Virginia. I lived in Virginia. Not important. But yeah, so the first school I went to 5th grade for was the first time we ever had like fucking cable. That's when I started watching like Adult Swim and shit. But like that was the first time that I ever had like a house where like we weren't on like knob TVs. But like it's so funny because like 5 years after that, we didn't have internet, and all my friends at school had internet, and they were like, "What do you mean you don't have internet?" I was like, "I don't have internet." And like, what does that mean?
I swam across the river to get here.
Yeah, I did swim across the Potomac at one point with my family. It's so funny because my sister said to me shits about that. I was like, dude, I was 10 years old when our entire family, like my 2 older sisters, me being the youngest and my mother, swam across the Potomac River to Harper's Ferry because our father just drove off with our car. You know what? Stop giving me fucking.
I know what I'm doing.
Stop that.
Dan wants to watch us play Contra together. I refuse.
Well, yeah, I'm not good at Contra, so
You're just not good at games.
Well, I am good at games.
Dan needs to watch more J-Chip.
I'm actually better at online
Agreed.
games than you. Just more modern games.
I heard modern games suck dick. I'm trying to reignite.
Yeah, you haven't earned it yet, Nate.
No, I didn't earn it one bit.
But no, the point I was gonna make
Hold on,
was,
J-Chip's doing Vice City for Christmas special.
like the original Vice City on like PS2,
Yeah.
Xbox.
Dude, Call didn't know who Tommy Vercetti was. Like it was name dropped. I know you're a Vice City guy.
Dude, dude, hey.
It was either Dodger or City.
If I saw a sign, I was like, hey, if you like Vice City, suck this dick, I'd be like, let me get on my knees real quick.
I probably fucking love the trailer.
Because I'm there, baby, okay? Like, Vice City is probably my favorite Grand Theft Auto.
I've played it 15 minutes.
Like,
it's up on my shelf. Yeah.
I love 3. I love Vice City. I love San Andreas.
San Andreas is my GTA.
I love all 3 of them. I really do. But Vice City, in my opinion, is the one that's like, this has the best story.
So you're younger than me, so like,
Yeah.
I asked this with genuine curiosity. You were not alive during the 80s.
No.
So you don't have that like genuine 80s nostalgia.
No, like Vice City.
What draws you to it?
To Vice City?
Yeah.
Well,
Like I'm not trying to like dish you or like be a piece of shit. I'm genuinely curious.
well,
And I'm also not going to say another word until I'm done with the turbo tunnel.
so here's something very interesting, right? Because in my childhood, I was so subtracted from like interaction with other people just by the nature of the fact that like for the people watching, to give context, before I was 21 years old, I had lived in 24 different houses and I attended 19 different schools.
Okay.
So I was moving constantly. We were running from debt everywhere we went. I mean, we'd be evicted from a place, and then we illegally move into a place. We were homeless several times.
Been there.
I mean, like, we literally lived out of campsites for a summer. We're like, and the funny thing that people don't realize, the campsite had a time limit on how long you can be there.
Yes.
So, like, each campsite had a time limit of, like, a month we could be there. So for the summer vacation, my mother was trying to figure out, like, where the fuck we were going to live. We lived at 3 different campsites. So, I mean, I'm not trying to get, like, super into my backstory, but...
We can do that. I'm just more talking like, hey,
the point,
what's your Vice City?
The point I was trying to make is that, like, my entire family was, like, in this bubble of, like, hey, we're so poor. We don't get to, like, really experience the outdoor world, right? We don't get to be a part of society in general.
Yeah, I've met your family. I agree.
So when I bought Grand Theft Auto 3 on a whim, my sister's like birthday essentially, on a super cheap price at like Best Buy, it was an eye-opening experience. Like we listened to a bunch of music we never heard before, we had a bunch of experiences we never heard before, and we got hooked on it. And so like we were super hype on both the releases of Vice City and San Andreas. Oh, excuse me. I think the reason why Vice City worked better for me, at least, was the fact that Vice City essentially is a plagiarism of a bunch of different titles of like movies and TV shows.
I've been drinking all day. I just beat the turbo tunnel.
Yeah, that's all.
I want to thank me and myself. I did that. Oh, no one gets that reference.
No
one gets that reference.
No. I was just around. You know, maybe.
You're good.
No. It's fine. No, I wasn't here. You know.
No, you're good. Good.
No.
Hey, you swam across the Rio Grande. I get it.
You know what? I'd like to thank the creators of this game for allowing Nathan to have a game he's finally fucking good at, all right? Thank you, all right? Nathan needed a win, and you gave it to him.
Not yet.
And we appreciate that. No, you beat the game. Now you're not no death running it. That's your ego. That's just your ego.
This is ego all day.
Yeah, it's just your ego. And that's fine. I have no problem with your ego being a piece of shit, because you were a piece of shit, and that's fine.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and get back to chat, though. Oh, you'd say hi to Ken. Very nice.
I did. I tried to.
J-Ship says, San Andreas is still my favorite GTA.
I agree.
I think San Andreas has the most to offer. I think Vice City has the better story.
Hold on, if I may. J-Chip, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? If you feel comfortable answering that question, I'm genuinely curious.
J-Ship already answered that question.
I've been playing Battletoads, so...
if I remember correctly, J-Chip said they were 26.
Okay, so like late 20s.
If I remember correctly. I might be misremembering, but yeah.
Then I will operate under the assumption that is the age of J-Chip. I view people with...
J-Chip says he's 26.
Okay.
I did remember correctly.
My opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, I view GTA and people's fandom of GTA as the way they view Mario Kart. Like, your first one is your favorite.
No.
I'm not saying that you do that, but I'm curious if J-Chip would agree. Like, is that the first GTA you ever played and finished?
That's an interesting question. I do appreciate that, actually.
Like, I'm not, like, going so balls deep as
Mega Dan's agreeing that San Andreas is the best, and I continue to disagree, and I will voice that disagreement as we get in the conversation. Ken wants to say San Andreas was the only one I bothered to complete 100%.
It's the one I've finished too.
And really just thoroughly play the fuck out of.
Yeah.
But Vice City I did the most fucking around in. Lots of fun glitches and stuff.
Sure.
That's fair.
I'll take you on that.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I enjoyed Vice City more than San Andreas is because I think San Andreas had a lot more mechanics in it. But,
sure. I literally played 30 minutes. I know nothing to combat it.
But Vice City makes the I'll use the term side content kind of erroneously here.
Sure.
But like everything that's not the main mission in Vice City, and it has a justifiable purpose based off of the mission of Vice City. Okay. Whereas in San Andreas, like they just never bothered justifying all the side content. It's like, no, that's just like it's there.
It's goof, sure.
Yeah, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. But I think that warrants less credit in my mind. Where it's like, no, with Vice City, Tommy Vercetti was in debt, in the hole, fucked over by a deal that he had no control over, fresh out of prison, and he had to make it work. And him being able to like buy businesses and having like literally like whole chains of side missions attached to each business, I think is great. Whereas in San Andreas, a lot of side content is just kind of like, yeah, if you want. If you don't want to, it's fine. Yeah. Okay. If you want to get fit, cool. If you want to do like the RC car missions, okay, whatever. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. Like there's a main mission, there's a side mission, it's okay. Like and like that kind of attitude, I think, kind of subtracts away from the narrative thrust of the story. Like I played San Andreas one time and enjoyed it. And then I played San Andreas the second time and realized, oh wait, there's actually like a story and characters here that I should give way more of a fuck about than I do. Because, not to spoil a game that came out on the PlayStation 2, but you get betrayed in San Andreas.
Oh yeah.
And you're supposed to give a fuck about it. But the biggest problem
You're talking about the Eazy-E?
What?
The Eazy-E motherfucker?
You're talking about Ryder.
Yeah.
But he's not the one betrayed. The Big Show. Big Show.
Oh, okay.
Betrayed.
Dude, it's been long enough, like, we can spoil San Andreas.
Right, I'm fine with that. But, like, yeah, like Ryder is just, like, a puppet, basically.
Yes.
But,
oh, yeah. I forgot they're over here.
Well, the point I'm making, though, is that, like, and the reason I have a problem with San Andreas is, like, dude, you will literally go tens of hours between story bits. Whereas the Vice City narrative is just, like, it's so direct. It's so, like, in your face at all times. You always know what your motivation is for Time of City.
I'm taking your word on this. I'm also seeing the chat move up.
This is my opinion, mind you. So,
and, like, dude, say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Fuck the chat, right?
Oh, fuck Google Plus came in here.
Oh, we got Googs!
Yeah.
There-
Cheers, everyone.
There's
Drink,
my drunk fuck. Drink 8 drinks. Is that what he's doing?
6 times.
Oh, weak motherfucker.
And then J-Ship says, happy birthday. And then Googs is like, it's not my goddamn birthday. No Bob says,
Googs is fun to me.
No Bob says, then we dub him a drunken fist gamer J-Chip. I'm gonna take that.
You need to fist J-Chip while you're drunk.
Rook86 says, truly time of merriment, of course.
Rah?
Call goes on, wait, we still live? Of course we are.
This is the last run. We're doing a single run.
No Bob says, I would agree with Nathan. GTA 4 is my favorite, and the one I finished. That's probably the first one you played. GTA 4, actually, I have a very high opinion of.
I have opinions on it, but I've never finished it. So...
Like my biggest criticism of GTA 4 is the dissonance between the character
right, we're done.
And your actions.
Yes.
Oh, you died?
It's fine. It's 2:40. I don't have it in me to do another one. Let's catch up on chat.
Let me go ahead and catch up on it for you.
Yeah.
So Cole says, you do this to me after working 6 hours? Cole, why did you do this to yourself? J-Ship goes on to say, you close out the chat, so I can't read
I'm fixing it for them.
Thank you. J-Ship goes on to say, the first GTA game I played was GTA 3. But the first one I bothered to beat was GTA 4 when I was in high school. I think GTA 4 is really underrated. Like, I would love to talk to you guys about GTA 4. I don't think we have time right now to talk about it. But I think GTA 4 actually is like one of those hidden gem titles when it comes to the PS3 and the GTA series in general.
I don't think we can call anything with GTA a hidden gem.
It's underappreciated at the very least.
Fair.
Yeah. Hidden gem might be the wrong terminology because it's not exactly hidden, but yeah, no, it is underappreciated. Cole says he's never played a GTA game. Call me when you get a life. Rickety6 says, I prefer GTA 5 just because of the stupid shit me and my friends did in the early multiplayer. Yeah, GTA 5 had an online, obviously it's very popular, and to this day it's still popular. I played the single player campaign back on PS3, the original console generation it came out on, and I think it's very good, but I think it's also very often misinterpreted, and because of that simple reason, I think that it's not as good as it could be. Because it's not clear and concise in its messaging of its characters' motivations and the story motivations, I think that makes the game suffer for that purpose. Mega Dan wants to say, I like San Andreas.
Oh, I beat it.
I also used to fuck guys back in high school.
Wait, Megadan said that?
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's his Christian upbringing.
Hey, nothing like some consensual gay fucking to make everyone happier.
There's a lot of empty beer cans on my floor.
Yeah, funny happens. He started just throwing them all over the fucking place, Nathan.
We'll talk later.
No Bob asks what made somebody quit San Andreas. Okay, you guys are ridiculous. Ricky Success's wife made him quit, which I don't think is true at all. And then fuck Google says, Dan like to do all that weird stuff. Lol, blowing dudes. Megadan wants to reiterate, I beat it. No Bob goes on to say, understandable. And then Ken comes in with, Ryder has a lot of cut content, and it's possibly he ended up being a traitor. Might have been because of his disputes with the voice actor. Very interesting. I had no idea, because like Ryder is kind of the character you have the most friction with in San Andreas when you first start playing the campaign, and I think they kind of set him up to be a very easy villain, and I thought he was going to be a fake out. But then like when you get to San Frisco, where the fuck like the second island in San Andreas, like he's like your main antagonist, you end up finding out. And you're like, oh wait, no, yeah, Ryder was just always a bad dude from the start. You were right to feel bad about him. So the idea that you're saying like
active conversations?
Yeah. The fact that you're saying the voice actor might have been the reason why he was added to like the villains list kind of makes a little bit of sense to me. Because I thought he was a red herring. When I first played the game, I thought he was a red herring, and it turns out he is the villain, but he's not like the main villain, which is kind of still a red herring, but not, I think, as satisfying as a red herring. But it's neither here nor there. J-Chip goes on to say, in my opinion, San Andreas has a lot going for it. I agree. It does have a shit ton going for it. I love the story. I love the characters. I love how open the game is. Everything is your choice in the game. I love it. So I do agree. I like the characters. I like the story. He says love. I like the characters. I like the story. I have to read the chat, Nathan.
Yeah. Oh, no, hold on.
Chat is disabled.
Yeah, that's just broken. Okay, so apparently the gaming part of the stream is done. So we're just gonna read
off. Yeah, we're just broken as fuck.
We're just gonna read this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drink. Everyone wants to talk to you.
I doubt that. Fuck Google Plus is Googs, as you call him.
Yeah, well, as he prefers to be called.
Yeah, he's disputing your point. He said he played GTA 2. Yeah, GTA 2 and GTA 1 would have been the ones.
GTA 2, yeah,
or the bird's eye view down. Yeah,
there's Grand Theft Auto.
I can definitely understand how you
GTA 2, GTA London,
yeah. Very understandable.
Back when birds were building their huts with sticks and leaves.
So the point I'm gonna make is to J-Chip. I really do love how open the game is, but I think the characters and the story are both kind of weak, and the motivations are very weak. Like, I'd love to talk about it more, but I feel like now is not the time for that kind of discussion, right?
Yeah, let's hijack the Got G Zoom call and just
exactly.
Yeah.
Ken goes on to say the mission where you kill him was originally for someone else, and then they never mention him again. Yeah, Ryder really had a fucked up ending in that. And Ken's pointing it out to me now, and I'm like, yeah, like, now that you're saying these things, that makes sense. So I was kind of like confused. Is like, hey, like, Ryder's never mentioned on the second island, and then like he's the final boss for the second island, but he's not brought up until that mission.
If I may pause, J-Chip is addressing me directly at the end. Nathan, what's your favorite Saints Row game? 3. Like, without a doubt, 3.
Mine's 4.
I've never played 4. 3 hit me at... do me a favor. Turn that off. Left button. 3 hit me at the right time.
Noah says, 3 is the first one I played. 4 is the only one I finished. Fair enough. Ken goes on to say, yeah, CJ was the only GTA protagonist I could relate with. Maybe following Nico behind. You also misspelled Nico. It's not actually spelled with a K. It's
N-I-C-O.
Yeah, it's a C.
Well, let him live. He's fine.
Yeah, I think
he did his best.
I think it's a C. He might.
It's N-I-C-O.
He might correct me, but I'm pretty sure it's a C.
I assure you.
But you know, Nico is definitely my favorite protagonist. To be very clear here, like if we're talking,
I like the idea of Nico.
If we're talking about protagonists of the GTA series, Nico's my favorite. We're talking about like story. Vice City's my favorite. GTA 4 is low-key underrated. I was saying that earlier. I think J-Chip's agreeing with me. Trying to fix the chat.
Yeah, I'd rather be here than there, but...
Well, it'd be nice if that happened, but I doubt it will. It's so funny, because, like, in the camera, I see a gap in my beard, but when
Well, your beard is shit.
Well, how dare you?
I've been very honest with you before this, so I don't feel bad. All right, fuck it. We're hanging out here, I guess. Yeah.
Apparently. Ken says, I like GTA 4 more than 5. I swear I'm not being that guy.
He's Ken as fuck.
I'm being that guy. You're not that guy. I'm that guy. I just couldn't get into 5 for whatever reason, even though I
real
thought
quick, I'm skipping
the 3
ahead.
characters...
I'm skipping ahead. Call? Well, no, call saying goodnight. I'm saying goodnight call.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
all I'm doing.
Yeah. I think we're finishing up here, right?
Oh, we're wrapping up.
Yeah. J-Chip says, GTA Lost and Dan, the Ballad of Gay Tony were really cool. That's the 2 DLCs that were for GTA 4.
You're like 15 minutes back. You got to speak through
yeah, I'm getting through it.
Yeah, you're bad at reading chat.
J-Chip's talking about the DLCs for GTA 4. Both very good. I do agree with that. Ken says, never played GTA 4 DLC, which I did. GTA 4 reminds me of Red Dead 2. So he looks forward to it. Okay. Or GTA 6, sorry. He's saying GTA 6 reminds me of Red Dead 2. That'd be interesting. I'm very curious to see.
Question: You're going home tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time?
I'm going home today.
What time?
At some point.
Yeah, so Justin not doing anything.
Megan says Red Dead 2 is awesome as fuck. I agree. Red Dead
Yes.
2 is one of my favorite games of all time.
Well, I'm cutting off Megadan.
Megadan is fucking awesome as fuck, says J-Chip. I agree with that too.
Yes.
Megadan is one of my favorite people of all time. I've never even fucking met him in real life, so.
You're just making shit up now. Yeah, Justin will be back next weekend.
Google Plus says everyone drink 9 times in response to. I'm sure.
Last time I tried to play a console game was Elder Scrolls Online on PS4. Googs, I just want to hug him. Well, I just want to give Googs a hug, be like, hey man, it's okay.
Ken's talking about the treatment of voice actors during the PS2 era, and that's very fair because in the modern era, a lot of voice actors are now being asked to do like actual like acting work with like mocap.
Nico Serbian, he's saying NIKO is correct. Also, I still want to hug Googs.
Ken's saying I spelled Nico right. He's Serbian. I'll take your word on it. J-Ship saying Saint Row 2 is my favorite. Rickety 6 is agreeing. Saint Row. I never played with Saint Row 2.
Wait, it's Goog's birthday today? He's like 49?
He said it wasn't his birthday. He explicitly said that.
I'm reading J-Chip.
Yeah, but literally early in the conversation, he's like, it's not my fucking birthday. I just want you to drink, assholes. I'm paraphrasing, but I feel like I'm getting the message.
I feel like you're directly quoting Googs from like the 2 streams I've interacted with him.
I'm paraphrasing what he said earlier, where he was like, "Hey, drink 6 times." So I was like, "Hey, happy birthday, Googs." He's like, "It's not my fucking birthday." But I'm curious what Ken has to say here about. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's not Ken that's saying this. I'm sorry. It's Goog saying this. Last time I tried to play a console game was Elder Scrolls Online on PS4. We fucked up there. Never got to play it. Updates on updates. Took an entire fucking weekend, and I had to go work. And then someone shut it off. Yeah, dude, like Elder Scrolls Online, like that's only a game for people who have like stable consoles, stable internet connection, and then the time to dedicate to like an online constantly on game, right? I mean, my god. And then when I got home, I had to restart all the updates. Fuck that. Fair. It's very fair. That's why I don't tend to play a lot of online games. Like I usually tend to limit myself to like a couple online games, and I focus a lot on like single player experiences, which I will admit, in the last 10 years, I think there's been a lot of really good fucking single player experience from our games. I mean, my god, I've had some of my favorite games of all time have happened in the last like 15 fucking years. But that's not here nor there.
Take a sip of that. It tastes like peanut butter.
It doesn't. It's got like a grainy.
Take a sip. Do it now, right now. I'll read chat.
Goog says never got to play the damn game because no one would ever leave the damn PS4 alone.
I view Googs as Cranky Kong from Donkey Kong Country, and I fucking love it. You get the peanut butter shit, right?
It's grain.
Faint, but I'm not saying that's not what it is, but yeah.
Like I'm not getting the peanut at all. I'm getting the nut. It's just
my
grain.
man.
Every day, all I do is nut, no matter what. Got nut on my mind. J-Ship says, it's his birthday every day. Web says, every day is a happy birthday.
Yeah, Googs.
It's a very merry on birthday to you.
To you.
To who?
To
a very
you.
merry on birthday to you. To who? A very merry birthday to Googs. That's who.
I just wanted to be mad and be like, I'm unsubscribing. I like.
J-Ship says, happy no Bob. Very nice.
I'm not done being an asshole until Googs turns
Rudy says every day is pain. Well, that's how existence works, unfortunately, my dear conformist friend. Life existence itself is experience.
You want to tell them goodbye so we can just end this? Clean up, move down.
Jacob says, I have a PS5. It's the PS4. Just collects dust. I give my PS4 to Nathan. Where it collects dust.
Yeah, it's kind of garbage.
PS4 Pro, motherfucker.
The launch model.
I put my heart and soul into that goddamn console for you. And then I look back, and all I see.
You want to tell them goodnight so we can end this?
I mean, like, you want me to say the words goodnight?
But only if you mean it.
Goodbye. Goodbye. You ever seen,
Nope.
God, you never seen Sound of Music, have you?
Oh, yeah, actually, no, I haven't.
Like, so there's a Von Trapp song for the Von Trapp family where, like, they have to, like, say a goodbye thing. And, like, dude, they literally go from being
That's our thumbnail live stream.
You're goddamn right it is.
It's just you fucking just naked.
Hey, you want to see a shirtless man and a pantsless man?
Nope.
Wait, when did you put on shorts?
Don't worry about
You
it.
cheating ass motherfucker.
Oh, Megadan's already gone. You won't notice.
You cheating ass piece of shit. You said you were taking off your pants for Megadan, and the second you thought that he wasn't looking, you put pants back on. What a fucking...
Tell Rickety good night.
Good.
All right, dude, we gotta eat. We gotta go.
We gotta do a lot of things.
You're going home tomorrow.
It's 3 a.m., bro.
Yeah, dude, we've been going for like 7 hours. I'm just rubbing one out to you guys. Oh, hold on. Megadan's still here, dude.
Wait. Hey, anyone who's played Final Fantasy X, everyone knows the one gesture that fucking every NPC does. Like, anytime you do anything in a game, look. That one's funny. That one's funny. But no, like, when people are celebrating you, you always say the same thing. Where it's like they pump their fist 2 times and then they hold it. So what you'll see is
Yeah, Googs has a collection of nipples. I already told him I'm not giving them away for free.
no, he says knee pals. Totally different thing.
Oh yeah, those are different.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with knee pals, okay?
Dan, he paid for the alcohol. I'm good.
Also,
you know what? I think we probably did a 50-50 split this time.
No one says Justin gave him away for free. Yeah, I give everything away for free. I don't charge for anything. That's called prostitution. Get some fucking self-respect.
Dan, I got a question for you. Obviously, you're here. What's the drop a little hint? What's the next what's really hood title?
What's really hood?
Yeah.
I don't know what's hood.
That's why I'm asking Dan. I just want to know. Like drop a little hint. Oh, I was hoping you were gonna go boom.
No, let me go ahead and
Nope.
put the old
At it. Oh shit.
You piece of shit.
I was trying to redirect your foot. I didn't mean to actually knock you over.
No, Mom said you don't sell me and see feet.
Not sure, buddy. You pick the subject. We're holding a lot of power here. What would we like Dan to discuss on his ride to work for 15 to 20 minutes? He also regularly does take topics from the community.
I've watched several Megadan videos.
The what's hood or the gameplays?
The gameplays.
Okay.
At your behest. And the vibe I've gotten from Megadan is that Megadan's a man can appreciate an experience.
Oh, what experience would you like Megadan to appreciate?
Well, and that's the thing, right? Where it's like, well, you're laughing at me.
I am.
You're laughing at me, but like,
Most of I forgot I cracked this beer open.
I oftentimes find myself, because like, I think I've talked about this before. I drive over an hour to work.
Yes. I drive 30 minutes.
4 times a week. And then when I get into my workplace, I then drive more. Because I drive a sweeper truck. So I drive like 800 miles a fucking week. I drive for literally 60 hours a week.
Are you saying you want Dan to be your dancing monkey to keep you entertained for 8 hours a day?
No. The point I'm trying to make here is that
okay,
Dan is a man who
has a plan for you.
No, Dan is a man who has a plan for Stan, but unfortunately that plan has been
banned.
And unfortunately,
I'm seeing the chat move.
You keep seeing chat move, and you're like, "Hey man, let me not talk to you. Let me look at the chat," which is fair.
Play on, player.
But no, I was going to talk about when it comes to Mega Dan. Is like, I'd be very curious to see Mega Dan talk about rather than specific experiences with specific games, more broad experiences with gaming as a medium.
Okay.
Because this is one of the things I think is underutilized, because a lot of people don't respect gaming as a medium.
Okay.
And it really bothers me, because I am, you know this about me, and our chat probably isn't as familiar, but dude, I am a consumer of media like a motherfucker.
You are the laziest person I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh, like, my life is dedicated.
But like proactively lazy?
Sure. My life is dedicated to watching movies.
Yes.
Watching TV shows, reading books, playing video games. I eat that shit up. And the fact that video games, especially in the modern era, are underappreciated really fucking bother me. Because a lot of people look at games and it's like, well, yeah, you have like 2 buttons and you have like the directional pad.
Okay.
And like, yeah, that's all you got. It's like, no, video games are not that anymore. Video games are much more than that. Video games have plot and character and story.
So you've seen the What's Really Hood series. What are you asking Dan to cover more specifically?
Well, I was saying broad strokes. I wouldn't talk about what Dan wants to cover specifically.
He literally asked a goddamn question.
Did he?
Yes!
I'm sorry, what did he ask?
I asked Dan, what are you going to ask or talk about for the next What's Really Hood? He's like, what do you think we should talk about? And then you said, I got an idea. And just went, woo.
Well, yes, but my idea is much more vague.
Yes.
You have more focused topic. I apologize. Well, I had a little bit to drink.
A little bit.
I'm not sure if you can tell, but the fact that my shirt is off, or by the fact that we've been stringing for a certain number of hours now. I like how he's leaning in.
No, because anyway, what would you like Dan to talk about on What's Really Hood?
I have opinions.
On what?
Well, I'll be honest with you. And
Dan, I'd like to talk about.
I'm kind of drunk, but
kind of, yeah, a little bit.
Googs kind of like lit a fire on my ass the other night. Because Googs,
I see where you're going.
Do you? Do you want to cut me off, or do you want to facilitate?
No, I'll be here to guide you. Go for
it. Megan's like, Megan's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on right now.
Trying to guide you. Justin doesn't drink as much as I do.
No, not at all. Yeah,
and I respect him for it.
I usually only drink with you, whereas you tend to drink a lot
Don't
without
put this
me.
Evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Okay, one, you're not black enough to pull that off.
I'm hopped up on cocaine and Mountain Dew.
I really thought you were like, I got your cocaine and cocaine accessories. Did I ever tell you about cocaine?
No, we're back. No. I'm reining this story in.
Googs actually did irritate me the other night when we were watching the stream because he was talking about how like retro video games are better than modern video games.
Okay.
And I could not disagree more. I appreciate retro video games for what they are. And a lot of retro video games are all about like mechanical skill and ability to execute.
More on skill, less on narrative.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And modern video games tend to lean in the opposite direction. And a lot of times they miss. Like you have weird games like Forspoken that come out.
Yes.
That are like just complete fucking garbage.
Sure.
And that's fine. I'd much rather have a wide field with many entries where some of them miss the mark. But some of the best gaming experiences I've had as an individual have happened literally in the last 10 years. Where it's like...
Dan, I see your question. I'm going to let him get this out, and then I'll try to filter it. Go for it.
That's fair. But no, it's one of those things where it's like... I literally...
He had a valid point yesterday, is what I'm saying.
I was getting upset because I saw this happening in the chat. I wanted to kind of put it in, but it's kind of hard to, like, type a response.
Okay.
And I respect the fuck out of the people who chat on our...
Oh, Googs is in the chat!
Yeah, I respect the fuck out of people who chat in here because, like, that takes a lot of fucking patience because you have to hear me say some bullshit and then take the time to type a response and then allow that response to happen after I've continued to talk. I respect the fuck out of it. I really do. But I have a huge problem with it because, like, when we look at the games of the past and the games, like, that are coming out in the last 10 years, the difference is fucking astronomical. It's like comparing fucking Citizen Kane to fucking, like, a modern Martin Scorsese film, right? Where it's like, there were the people who established certain things, and there are those who went on to refine and perfect those fucking methods. I'm sorry. You keep looking at the chat, and now I'm infinitely curious what's going on over here.
Mega Dan turned this into... Yeah, let me talk about Nobob and Fat...
Wait, what? Nobob says, to make a long story short,
okay,
I've never made a long story short in my life. I've made a short story long every day of my fucking life.
Megadan is not exactly accurate with his numbers, so we should probably fact check Megadan. But you guys deserve so many fucking stuff, dude.
I don't know what's happening right now in the chat.
Let me Megadan. I would love a What's Really Hood deep dive into Nobob. Like, who is Nobob? Like an H Bomber guy style video.
That would be funny. Like he just goes into Nobob's YouTube channel and he's like
an 8-hour...
like I just imagine Megadan driving to work, stroking his beard and being like, why is this motherfucker streaming so many different games, huh?
But Megadan is fresh shaven with no beard. Guys, I just got a haircut.
Did Megadan have a beard?
No.
I could have sworn last time I saw him he had a beard.
Oh, last time you saw Megadan?
Well, the last time I saw a video of his, to be more accurate.
Jesus Christ. Length versus girth. Honestly, I like the way J-Chip phrased it because I think that kind of accurately describes what you're trying to say in a comedic value.
I can respect it.
Yes.
Because one of the things I've come to realize...
The value of length versus quality. Where it's like, dude, correct me if I'm wrong.
Please.
Battletoads.
Yeah.
One day I'll no death run it. And when I do...
It's inevitable.
It'll be a 30 to 35 minute game.
Yeah.
But in order for me to get to it being a 30 to 35 minute game, I put over 100 hours into it. Okay. Where that is me playing a game and getting good at it and grinding at it in words.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I understand.
Where you would take that 100 hours and play Red Dead 2, Redemption 2, or 1 and 2 combined. I think it'd be 100 hours between the two of them. And you get a different experience, but an equally valid experience where it's like, this is a narrative game, or a narrative series, This is a game where I feel good that I put the time in and got good at playing it.
One of the things I think.
Words, I've had a lot of alcohol.
No.
But
I like your point, and I do agree to a point.
If you had 100 hours to spend on getting good at a skill versus passively experiencing a narrative,
No, mind you, would that time be better spent learning a language? I'm kidding. But
it's funny, yeah,
yeah,
kind of.
But no, the point I would like to make here is the fact that like I saw Nobob talk about in the chat talking about like his dislike of open world games, and I do agree. But I think one of the things that games have gotten better about in the last, I would say actually rather a short time frame.
Sure.
I'd say the last 5 years, right? Like we're talking like it's 2023 right now. Since like 2018.
Video games went from pew pew to I'm a cowboy baby in like 40 years. Like it's progressing fast as an art form.
It is, but one of the things I think that games have gotten better about is narrative dissonance. And this is one of the biggest problems I had with games growing up. Okay. Where it's like, hey, my character's in control when I'm in a cutscene.
I'm gonna let you talk, but
my character gets to say the words he wants to say. But the second we're out of the cutscene, I control the character and I do what I want. And I think the biggest extreme that we see of this instance is GTA 4. Where it's like, Nico constantly talks about like, yeah, I was in a war. And he's like, you know what I learned about war? War is where old rich men send young poor men to die. Like, that's what I know about war. And yeah, that's the experience I've had with war. And it's horrifying. And it's terrible. And I've seen my brothers die in front of me. And it's horrifying. And then, after that cutscene's over, you can walk outside and blast any bitch in the face you see.
And narrative dissonance is what you're talking about, not...
I literally said dissonance earlier. I was talking about the narrative dissonance between character and the way you control your character, right?
The alcohol's catching up after 12 hours.
Funny how that happens. Yeah. But yeah, so the dissonance between, you know, how your character is portrayed and the way you interact with your character, I think is an issue. And it's been an issue for a long fucking time. Yeah. Even in Battletoads, for example, right? And mind you,
piqued my interest.
This is a minor example, but how are the Battletoads usually portrayed, right? Buff, strong, powerful. How do they feel when you play them? Weak, strong, weak, die to hits, die very easily, right? You are literally struggling not just with the no death rung now, but you struggle to even beat the game at an early time, right? Yeah. So there's obviously a little difficulty there, right? So even though these Battletoads are portrayed as like buff and masculine and powerful and capable, you still struggled playing as them. And as much as you might attribute that as like a skill issue, it's a dissonance between your character strength and the strength you feel as playing as that character. I'm not saying that's an issue inherently, but I think it became an issue. I think it became an issue more and more as we started to evolve our characters and our narrative in the interactive medium that is video games. And when we start looking at it through that lens, we start to realize like, oh wait, no, we have to start telling stories about the characters we control differently. We have to start looking at the way that we portray our characters and the way that we illustrate them through the story through a different lens. And the way that we pace our characters even. Because one of the things that frustrates me most in video games is not just the power dissonance, but also the progression dissonance. Because you're laughing so hard.
I'm laughing because I'm seeing the chat and Dan just sucking your dick the whole time.
but the power dissonance bothers me so much. And then we have the priority dissonance.
You look Dan in the eye when you suck him off.
I won't. Because eye contact porn makes me uncomfortable. No, it doesn't. But
this is the face of dudes.com right here.
Is dudes.com a real website?
I'll tell you the story about how Gaming Off the Grid sent like 100
You did.
Gaming Off the Grid sent 100 people to a gay porn website.
I forgot about that story. But no, to finish off my point, we went from the problem of power dissonance to the problem of narrative dissonance. Because like, think about it for a second, right? Hey, I'm in a story. fuck. I wish I had a more specific case in mind right now. But let's think like, well, that's the system work. You have narrative dissonance where it's like your character's in a hurry to do something, right? Your character's like, oh my god, we have to defuse this bomb, we have to save the world, we have to do this thing.
Sure.
But hey, isn't that a side quest? Hey, isn't that like a character itself? Hey, there's no time limit. I can do where the fuck I want.
The world's ending. Let me go deliver this pizza.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My God, Death Stranding. How did I think about Death Stranding? Because that is a fantastic example. Because I finished Death Stranding, in its entirety. But yeah, no, it's like 100%.
Yeah. Real quick, Dan, he'll be back next weekend for an extended weekend.
I love video games.
And Dan loves you. You know what I didn't get during my whole live stream about Battletoads?
What?
Dan loving me. All I've ever wanted was Dan's validation and appreciation. And you know what he ever told me? Hey, when's Justin coming back? He's so sexy. I like Justin. Where's Justin, Nathan?
I'm sorry you laughed so hard. I forgot I had places in my throat that landed there. My God.
Yeah, I know, fucking.
Woo! But yeah, no, I mean,
The chorus.
It's one of those things where I can appreciate the acknowledgement of not only power dissonance and action dissonance, but narrative dissonance as well.
Sure.
And I think one of the best game series to address this problem is literally God of War Ragnarok. Because you know what God of War Ragnarok does? Anytime you're not in a hurry to get your next objective, you'll literally hit the characters and be like, hey, we got some free time. You want to go do some shit?
Yeah.
And it's literally your choice. It literally allows you to make a choice where it's like, hey, if you want to keep doing the campaign, go fucking do the campaign. If you don't want to do the campaign, do the campaign. Do what the fuck you want to do. Like, that's so fucking liberating. And I hate this. I really hate it when I hear people talk about like, hey, modern games aren't as liberating, non-games aren't as free. And then I hear the opposite as well, where it's like, oh wait, no, they're too free. They're too open. And I'm like, yeah, some games are. I will agree. I have my criticism of certain open world games, but there's a mixture here. It's like an alchemy, right? Where like, you got the right mixture. You have the right fucking concoction here. And once you have that ability to mix the idea of like character, story, plot, progression, incentive, like once you have all these things working in tandem together, that's when you really get some of the best games, in my opinion. And there have been some fantastic games that have come out in the last 10 years. I'll be honest with you. One of the reasons why I was very offended by Googs, to go back to my original point.
He's still here talking shit in the chat.
Which is fine.
I'm watching
one of my biggest problems with Googs, I wanted to say it back then.
He's an old fuck.
But getting into the chat, I think was like a wrong call. But now that I'm on the microphone,
bro, the chat has been sucking your dick this whole time.
You best eat my shit or else. If you're not licking the rim, you're fucking licking your asshole.
We literally just watched a video from ASAP Science about how eating booty is bad for you.
No, we're talking about how eating dirty booty is bad for you. My booty is clean as fuck. I shampoo, I condition, and I soap it, alright? Eat all you want. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet. My ass is open for business, and you get a business card, swipe it first and lick second. But the point I'm trying to make here is in the last 15 years, I've been some of the favorite.
How are we only at 202?
It's some of the favorite fucking games I've had in the whole fucking world. Like the idea that modern gaming is somehow like holding back the gaming spectrum, or somehow
we've lost 2 subscribers during this rant.
That's fine.
We're still at 200.
I'm okay with that. Like it's so infuriating to me.
I love it so
much.
much.
Because like you are very much the retro gamer,
100%,
and I am the more modern gamer. In our duo, I didn't get
to bring it back around from rampant hyperbole. I do enjoy the Yeah, damn, we lost 2 people during this rant. But you've made me appreciate narrative storytelling in gaming.
Yeah.
Where I'm really trying to get you to understand hold, run, and jump at the same time.
You've made me appreciate mechanical gameplay more.
Yes, I really just want you to be like, hold this button to run and jump.
It's one of those things where I find it very fascinating because we're both so insecure about it. We're like, I feel like I'm imparting to you like the reason why I enjoy narrative and story-based gameplay.
Yeah.
And you're trying to impart me why you enjoy more mechanical-based and tactile gameplay. And both of us feel like we're missing the point. But then, like, sometimes there's this nexus where, like, you and I just fucking line up. And it's so satisfying. It happened with, for example, FromSoft games. Like, you and I came from FromSoft games from entirely different fucking vectors.
Sure.
You and I approach these games entirely differently. But you and I both love FromSoft games. And that doesn't mean we play every single one of them.
That's how I'm at call.
Or that, or that we think every single one of them is a masterpiece.
Hey, but, say naked time. Give him a sock.
I have no socks on.
Ooh.
Do you have socks on?
I'm wearing my dog.
You put on socks, Nathan. Those were not the socks you had on 5 hours ago. Also, Megadan needs to know you took off your pants, and then when he wasn't looking,
no, you know what?
You put on basketball shorts.
You know what Megadan needs to fucking know? When I took off my fucking pants,
yeah,
he wasn't here the first time. And you know what Megadan's allowed to do?
He was here this time, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, obviously he's here right now. He's the last person to fucking comment.
Yeah.
But the first time I took my pants off, he wasn't here. You know what I did?
Why did you take your pants off?
For Megadan.
So, Megadan asked to take your pants off, then left.
Yeah.
Then he took them off. And
then I cried.
That's depressing.
It's so sad. Guy I met on the internet said, take your pants off. You know what I did? Did it.
I saw Maydan's last 2 comments. Maydan says, GameStop is going under because they lost Justin. That's a lie.
No, we literally have 2 boxes of shit that he stole from GameStop.
No, not stole. No. That GameStop asked me to destroy.
And that we haven't taken to the trash yet.
Yeah, GameStop asked me to destroy this shit. And I was like, no. My boss is like, all right, whatever.
Is Megadan a mega fan? Hold on.
Woo! But yeah, no, you and I look at games from completely different approaches.
So what are we asking Megadan to talk about?
I don't know what... I know what I care about. I could not presume to understand what Megadan cares about. I don't want to talk about what I wanted to care... Like, this is a topic that I've wanted to talk about for a while, and it's a topic that came to my mind after watching your last stream, where fuck Google Plus, Googs, in your chat,
yes,
voiced his opinion about his opinion of retro games or modern games, and I could not disagree more vehemently with his opinion.
Vehemently is the word you're looking for.
Isn't that what I said?
You said vehemently.
Oh.
I'm here for you.
I appreciate that, Nathan.
Yeah.
Thank God you're here to correct my pronunciation. If you weren't here, I might
say things wrong all the time.
I might slur or misspeak, and God forbid if he was real. But it's one of those things where I couldn't even presume what Megadan should talk about. But I know what I want to talk about. And so I talked about it. And I'll be honest.
The idea of like, yeah, Megadan, you know what's really hood? You shutting the fuck up and give me the camera for once.
It's funny. The funny thing about this whole conversation is that, like, I want to talk about Jeff Jam at some point.
You know, the best part is the reason that we've gained the following that we have over the last month is because of Megadan. And you're like, yeah, Megadan, you're a fucking idiot. Let me talk to...
I didn't say Megadan was a fucking idiot. Mind you, he might be. I don't know enough about Megadan to know for sure. the videos I've seen from Megadan, I appreciate a large deal. Megadan's over here like, what the fuck is going on right now?
You know,
With this man. Oh. But no, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel very strongly about this distinction because one of the things I really...
people, the retro community dogs on modern games unfairly, I agree.
And I think the retro game doesn't understand, like, the distinction between... Because, like, I'm playing a lot of modern games right now that require a certain amount of tactile skill.
Sure.
Like
God of War, for example.
That's the example to bring up, right?
Yeah.
God of War just came with a free DLC. And I was like, oh.
Which, like, 13 months after the game came out.
I platinumed God of War Ragnarok in 50 hours. I was like, bro, this is an easy platinum. I love this game.
Dude, God of War Ragnarok might be my favorite game. It's on PlayStation, like that and Last of Us 2.
You want to talk about modern games I love? I will talk about them all day. I will suck their dicks. I will
we're doing a thing right now.
I will shove my tongue down their throat.
Consensually, because that's the kind of channel we are.
The new DLC allows you to pick your...
Valhalla, I think they call it?
It is.
Yeah.
Allows you to pick your difficulty before you go in.
Oh, nice.
And I immediately knew, I was like, hardest difficulty.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah, because the first God of War... Not the first one, sorry. God of War 2018... on the PS4, I
still think he looks like Sean.
I did beat the God of War difficulty on, and also just the beard, nothing else.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but so for the DLC of Ragnarok, I was like, oh, give me the hardest difficulty, dude. I've not been this frustrated in a game for a while, and I'm loving it. Like,
are you saying that you are getting your ass kicked? And like having fun beating your ass against it the way I am with Battletoads.
One of the things I love about video games is the myriad of experiences you can have and enjoy from them. And to quote one of my favorite reviewers of all time, who
slow it down. It's a good street. It goes one street. Let me tell you about Cloud Street.
Who was previously on The Escapist is now on Second Wind. Yeah.
Okay.
He reviewed the first Dark Souls game back when it came out.
I swear to God, if I see Paul on this fucking chat, I'm removing him. And because he hasn't said shit for an hour and a half.
And he equated playing the first Dark Souls to beating your head against the wall and hoping it breaks down. And by the time he reviewed the second Dark Souls, he said, you know what? I never thought beating my head against the wall would feel so fucking good.
Dude, that's literally how I feel about Battletoads, and that's how I felt about Dark Souls
and,
the first time.
And what a perfect description of reaching a challenge barrier that I never heard articulated so well before.
Yeah.
Like, he came at it from a critical response that turned in by the time that, like, years later, that Dark Souls 2 came out, because that'll be like 3, 4, 5, 6 years, something like that. The Dark Souls 2 came out. By the time that game had come out, he had changed his opinion on the game he'd originally reviewed, the first Dark Souls. And he's like, hey, I never realized that hitting your head against the brick wall would feel so good.
Feels so fucking good.
Especially when you break through that fucking brick wall.
Yes.
Because you realize it's inevitable. Your fucking face, fuck it. You didn't like it anyway, did ya? Just keep beating that bitch against the wall until it breaks down. And I'm like, you know what?
You want to play Battletoads right now?
You want to play Battletoads
right now? I'm too drunk. There's no way. I kind of want to, but there's no way I'd do it. But I respect it.
The point I'm making is that that's the experience I'm having right now with the new God of War DLC, where it's like...
Is it that hard?
To give you an idea, the hardest difficulty, not a single one of the developers beat it on the hardest difficulty.
If I may.
And they said that explicitly. They're like, hey, we tuned each of the difficulties, and we released an update recently to like kind of like update our opinions of the difficulties, but like nobody on the development staff actually beat this game on the show me mastery difficulty.
If I may,
or DLC. Sorry,
I think
another
you and
game.
I talked. The way I played through Ragnarok was melee.
Yeah,
The way I played was building up I forget what they called it, but like building up aggression and then like activating what R1, gaining health back and just fucking wrecking motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to get back into
So, to be very clear here, Valhalla strips you of everything.
oh yeah, that's what I want.
Okay, just to be very clear here, because what ends up happening is it's kind of like a roguelike, where it's like you go into the arena and you do have the chance to like buy like temporary upgrades and permanent upgrades.
They rogue like that shit?
100%. Yeah.
Oh dude, that's me all fucking day.
Bro, why do you think I've been grinding?
Dude,
Like
why are we talking?
I platinumed Ragnarok at like 52 hours. I now have like 70 something hours into the game because when the DLC came out, I was like, oh no, hardest difficulty. I want to break that brick wall with my face.
Anyway, bro, there's a lot of chat. Hold on. A lot of people laughing at you for being passionate.
That's fine.
Battletoads badass. I agree.
It's okay.
Hardest game I ever played got. Dude, Dan, I still have not made it past. And I paid for that. And have not made it past the second checkpoint. I can't do it. What are we doing next week?
I'll be honest with you. You've been kind of like loosey-goosey on what you want to do next weekend. You talked about recording something.
Yeah, Dan, you ain't fucking lying.
Also, wait. Noah says, Justin has broken my mind with his face words. I don't know what that means.
Dude, I wish I lived near you. You guys could game. Dude, Dan, this motherfucker is garbage at fucking retro games.
Yeah, I don't think
wanna-
at all.
I'm so dude, watch. I didn't even finish you and Stampede playing through Battletoads because it made me think less of him.
I need to get past the turbo tunnel. It's hard.
I love you, bro.
I feel like you're
I'm being hyperbolic, but
I had never played Battletoads before. This one was like, hey, we're playing an episode of Battletoads. I'm like, okay, let's go. Then I got to the turbo tunnel and he's like, bro, why are you so bad at this game? And I was like, I don't know what you want from me.
Bro.
And then you brought up the memorization. I'm like, oh, memorization is a bad thing to ask of a game.
Yeah.
Like, adaptation is a great thing to ask of a game.
Yes.
Like, having a certain set of skills that you can use to adapt to a situation.
There's a thing. Jade Ship asked me, I forget when he asked it. It would have been last week or two.
Okay.
What would you rank this game? And I don't think
So Battletoads?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think Jade Ship at the time knew that we had a side project for ranking.
Okay.
But Battletoads is my number one, and I stand by that from what we've done.
I thought we ranked Battletoads. Did we not?
We did. No, I'm saying it is my number one.
Oh, is it right now?
I checked it.
Okay. Like, it's not my number one.
But I literally...
I think it's like my number like 6, 7, 8, like somewhere.
Yeah,
like there,
which I'm baffled by for you, but another conversation for another time.
Well, like, sure.
My thing was, I said, okay, oh, you want a letter grade? A. Not an S, because Battletoads actually is my number one. I looked at the ranking.
Wait. Yes, your rating for Battletoads, you gave it an A.
He asked for a ranking. I said, I don't know. I checked the ranking that we actually have for the channel.
Yeah.
I saw it was my number one, but I said, I can't give it an S.
Okay.
Because it doesn't do a good job of explaining mechanics to the player.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
So I think it's an A. I think it's a fucking great game. I love that. Dude, I've put over 100 hours into it.
Like, Battletoads is like a solid B for me.
Yeah, I'd go higher than you, but like, but at the same time, I love it, but and we've looked up the manual together.
Yeah.
They don't explain what I was looking for.
No, not at all. Like, there are very many hidden mechanics in that game that for some reason they don't explain to you, which is baffling to me. Like, why would you ever hide mechanics from your player?
Yes. So I cannot, even though Battletoads is my favorite game that we've ranked so far, I cannot give it a 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5, whatever you want to rank it.
Yeah.
5 out of 5. I cannot in good conscience give it a perfect score because they don't explain it to you.
On my ranking, if I remember correctly, God of War, the original on PS2, is my top ranking. I could be wrong.
Yeah, Dan's agreeing with me. Yeah. Like, it's a fun game. It's a great game. But I can't give it 5 out of 5 because it does dick to explain it to you.
Like, he's like an asshole. You use several different metrics here, so it's hard to equivocate them across the board.
Yes, and I agree with you.
Because, like, for me, it's a B or a 3 out of 5. Like
currently, as our ranking sits, it's my number 1.
Yeah, it's like I said, I think it's like 7, 8, 9.
We've done 20. It's like mid to like, yeah.
Yeah, it's in the upper half.
Yeah, fair enough.
But my number 1's God of War.
And that's my bottom, like, the only reason Barbie doesn't go above it is because we can't figure out audio.
And that's baffling to me.
But I'm not saying, dude, it's not bad.
No, I didn't say that.
No, but I'm saying we have our gimmick is ranking every game.
Yeah.
God of War 1 is not bad, but it's just mid as fuck. But it's also the game that started that genre. Like,
God of War 1 is...
I love the character. I love everything about the narrative.
Yeah.
But
that's why it carries so hard for me.
Yeah.
Because the gameplay is like, okay, whatever.
And the gameplay is the only thing, like, giving a shit.
Which is funny, because, like, the character and narrative was the only reason that game is ranked so high for me. Like, if that game didn't have that character and that narrative and the way they display it and the way that's articulated in the story of God of War on the PS2, it would not be ranked as highly. Like, if you were giving me that game and it was just mechanics of fighting, I'd be like, okay, cool. That's an easy C. Easy C. Like, easy, like, bottom, like high tier, bottom tier game, essentially. Like, and I'm fine with that. But it doesn't have that. It does have, I think, decent character, development, story, and growth.
The chat is doing a chat, so let's...
Nathan, I've been streaming for 5.5 hours.
5 minutes and a half hours?
This is 5.5 hours.
Making fun of you. That was fun.
Was it? I do worry sometimes. Goose says my favorite game is different from day to day. Usually it's between Sonic 2, Mario 3, Ninja Spirit,
everyone,
and Dig Dug 2.
Dig Dug 2, I do not.
So the only one of these games I've played is Mario 3.
We're not talking about Dig Dug 2.
Okay.
Dan saying, do you guys like Dante's Inferno? Yes.
I played a little bit of Dante's Inferno. And mind you, Dante's Inferno is a clone of God of War, essentially.
Devil May Cry, I would argue more, but yeah.
No, it's definitely more God of War than Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry at least had more range options.
Sure.
Whereas God of War is more limited to its like melee with like mid-range options.
I don't want to die on that hill, but
And Dante's Inferno kind of follows that kind of precedence. Mind you, Dante's Inferno like kind of had narrative, but my biggest problem with Dante's Inferno is like it's just based off the narrative from literally the Divine Comedy, which is Dante's Inferno. Like they didn't come up with a narrative the same way that God of War did, where they created a character, they created a story, they created a trauma, they created a Greek tragedy essentially. Dante's Inferno was like, hey, here's some parts of the Divine Comedy, and we're going to exaggerate the rest because it's a video game. And that kind of lazy storytelling, I think, is kind of uninspired, in my opinion.
Oh, fair enough.
Like, it's fine, but it's not praiseworthy, in my opinion.
All right. I'm going to do a stream tomorrow night. I'll play Dig Dug 2. Dude, Googs has been sucking Dig Dug's dick hard.
Well, because he dig dug for that dick.
Well, someone has to.
If you don't uncover it, you can't recover it with your mouth. The same way Googs is. Sorry.
Dan, absolutely, they copied it big time, but it was dope.
Okay, yeah. I only played.
God of War is inspired by Mario 64. That's Googs.
Yeah, a lot of games.
I'm gonna give Googs a big old kiss on the tongue when I meet him.
A lot of games were inspired by previous iterations, but to say inspired by is such a broad category. Like, if I were to start to, that's bad. It's a very bad analogy, actually. Now I think about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor will be up next weekend, so we're gonna call it. Dan, thank you for bullying yourself into this. Googs, thank you. Everyone, thank you.
No one was asking my opinion of Darksiders.
Yeah, thank you, everyone, except for No Bob. Actually, you know what? I need to take his wrench away.
No. No. I want it. He deserves it.
Nathan his Goobs on the mouth and says happy birthday. Rah! All right, guys. Yeah, we're calling it. I'm gonna be streaming. What is today?
A day.
Thank you. I'm gonna be doing a Christmas Eve Metal Gear Solid 3 stream with Santa outfit and killing everyone.
Yeah, the subsistence run.
Yeah, but that'll be solo. That'll be without you.
Yeah, you mentioned that. To answer Nobo's question, I did play a little bit of Darksiders 1. I don't have a strong opinion of the Darksiders series, mostly because, like, it's fine. It's not great. It's fine.
All right, y'all. We gotta go. Justin will be back next weekend. We'll do a lot of streams. Bro, I told you they fucking love you. You didn't believe me.
You keep saying love. I don't like that word. You know what I like?
They love you so much that we lost 2 subscribers.
Yes. They appreciate me. And when they don't appreciate me, you know what they do? They unsubscribe.
No, we're back to 202. Never mind. We're okay.
I was like, hey, you don't like me? Unsubscribe. Like you don't like what I have to say. Don't like my appearance. That's fine.
So I'm gonna
go ahead and unsubscribe.
Hold on. No, you sit the fuck down, because don't you dare think that I'm making you watch.
You owe me a film, motherfucker.
Oh, I owe you more than that.
Yes.
Share invite to the Discord. Wait, Goose, I thought you were part of that.
Who's in there?
Dude, I actually hold on.
You're the mean one, Mr. Googs. Oh, you mean the turkeys there?
All right, hold on.
Oh fuck! Wait. I really hate the Grinch song because, like, we were talking about earlier, like, it's so fucking stupid with how impossible it is.
Okay. Oh, no, Bob got it. All right.
Thank you, No Bob. As always.
Good morning. Fuck. All right, guys, we got to dip out. We'll see you next week.
You're the mean one, Mr. Googs. You really